Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to my Pilates online this evening. Welcome to your intermediate advanced Pilates workout. The first one for the month of August. Woo! We're going to be using small ball again. Those of you that joined me last night. Same thing again tonight, but stepping it up a notch. If you don't have a small ball, you can always use a cushion or a toilet roll. I mean, really, there'll be times where you can just do the exercise without it if need be. Don't stress too much about it. It's just fun to use props and accessories and vary things up and get that feedback from the apparatus you're using. Okay, so before we get started, please remember, know your body, listen to your body, move with your body, challenge yourself within healthy, reasonable range. And most importantly, just enjoy the time that you're setting aside, dedicating to yourself, to your body, to do this medicine movement. Okay, I'm so happy to be here and to share with you all.
Could be in the office.
No. Hello. Alrighty, guys, let's get ready to begin. Please make sure your microphones are muted. We're going to be starting this evening's class laying down for a change. So let's take it down to the mat. Alrighty. So those of you that prefer to have a little cushion with you, just because I don't have one here this evening doesn't mean you don't have to have one and use it when you need it. Okay. Let's lay down and get ready to begin. So just press your legs together. I want you to point the toes, squeeze and engage your inner thighs, and then lifting your arms up overhead, reaching up nice and tall, just as far as you can feel a nice rib connection. Pull your rib cage down, pressing and imprinting your spine into the mat. Even though you're reaching your arms overhead nice and tall and long, you're still retracting your arms into their sockets. Alrighty, from there, we take a deep breath in. We lift the arms, we lift the head and chest, little pause. Exhale, we roll up fully. Round the spine in the roll up. Stretch forward, press your ball onto your feet, give those toes a little stretch. And then taking a deep breath in, soften your shoulders, tuck in your navel, and tilt that pelvis back down, one vertebra at a time. Arms overhead, deep breath in. Point the toes, squeeze and connect your inner thighs, gentle press on the ball, hold it there. Exhale, roll up, rolling your shoulders over your ribs. Nice round spine, stretch forward. Breathe in, tucking your navel, tucking below your navel, soften your shoulders. And control this landing through the spine sequentially, and then release your arms. Inhale. Head and chest, pause, squeeze the ball, exhale, round your spine up. Lengthening forward, up and over, stretch, press the ball down. Inhale, pause. Exhale, soften shoulders as you roll back down. And inhale, warming up. Again, we lift arms, head, chest. Pause, squeezing the ball, and exhale, roll up. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck, soften shoulders, spread those wing bones apart. Landing slow and steady, going in for one more. Deep breath in. Lengthen your body. Arms, head, chest, pause, squeeze your ball. Inner thighs are connecting. Roll up and stretch forward. Soften your neck and shoulders here as you lift the spine up and out of the pelvis. And then tucking your belly in, just lift up to a seated position. Now flex your feet and point your toes, moving into those ankles, moving into those feet. Imagine yourself against the wall. Lift your arms back, up and over and forward fold to stretch. Trying to get your ball behind your feet or to your feet as best you can, wherever your stretch is. Hold it there. Tuck in your belly, roll back up. And again, lift the chest, circle, breathe. Lengthening your spine up and out of hips and pelvis, forward fold. Hold that stretch again. Two more, tuck in the navel, restack the spine, big wide breath in, and lengthen a little bit further this time. Flex into your feet to deepen the stretch. And tuck in that navel, roll up. Nice and tall, inhale. And exhale, try to get those ribs close to the thighs. Good, stretch and hold it there. And then rolling yourself back up to seated position. Holding your ball, open your arms in a T position. If you're struggling with a bit of range and flexibility, you can always loosen those knees. But what's important is that the spine is not sinking. You lift up. Let's go into some twists. We inhale, we exhale, rotate, nose stays in line with the breastbone. Two pulse twists. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate, twist. Making sure that legs and knees are not moving. You're not growing 1 foot longer. You're only growing taller. Pulse, inhale, exhale. Breathing in, a little bit taller, twist. Squeeze your knees together, breathe in. And center yourself, bend your elbows, hands to head. Soften those shoulders, we rotate spine, twist. Elbows, exhale, two pulses, inhale, center, exhale, twist, rotate. Just trying to get that millimeter more twist. Not because it's the elbows and arms swinging or the neck twisting, but because your spine grows taller and your obliques really help support. One more, inhale, exhale. Center it, lift those arms up, take a deep breath and forward fold one more time. Flexing into your feet. And then roll yourself up gently. Open your legs nice and wide. We're going to go into a side stretch. I'll place you here. Good. One hand to ball, other elbow to the inner thigh. Okay, I want you to drop as if your shoulder is guiding towards your knee. Elbow into the inner thigh. Other arm up and over. Don't let the arm fall in front of the body. Align it with your ear. And this elbow into the thigh is going to give you some feedback to really deepen into that side stretch. Hold it wherever you can manage. Flex your feet, toes are up. Good, relax your neck. Take a deep breath in. It's also good for lower back. Lift yourself up and change. Elbow to inner thigh. Side body up and over. Don't rotate to face your mat. Lift the chest up to the ceiling and then laterally bend to your side. Feel where it's tight. Inhale deeply into those spaces. And lift it up. We do one more each side because it's such a good stretch. We need it. Elbow to inner thigh. Deep breath up and over. Align your arm to your ear. Soften your neck. Reach a bit further if you can. And exhale up. One more on the other side. Going into a deep stretch of low back muscles. All the little ligaments between the vertebrae. Open that chest up. Deep breath. And then lift yourself up. Well done. From there, let's gently lower ourselves back down to our spines. Place the ball in between your knees and then tuck and gently roll yourself down. Okay, some fundamental pelvic curls. So if you've got a cushion, just remove it right now. Take it away. Fist distance between the feet. I really want you to go for that inner thigh squeeze. Squeeze, 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 gentle release. Let's warm up those inner thighs. Really press and squeeze. Try and pop that ball and gentle release. Feel that you can maintain neutral pelvis as you squeeze tension into your ball. You don't have to tuck or anchor a little bit more in order to squeeze. You can just keep it nice and level. 3 more, squeeze and release. 2 more, squeeze. 1 more, hold the squeeze, tilt the pelvis and start rolling up, leading with pubic bone 1 vertebra at a time. Good, now while you're here, remember you're still squeezing that ball. You want to avoid flaring the ribs up, so get a deeper connection through abdominals as you pull and draw them down, and emphasize lifting pubic bone a little bit higher. Remember, if you're feeling any lower back, knees here, drop a bit lower and deepen the tilt a little bit more. Okay. Pause on an inhale breath, lift those arms up. Reaching overhead, exhale, roll down through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Neutral pelvis, gentle inner thigh release. Squeeze the ball, tuck in the navel, tilt, and roll it back up. Exhale, 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 exhale. Lifting pubic bone, breathe in, bring the arms back to your side, squeeze the ball a little bit more, and roll down, exhale. We do 2 more, make them count, breathe in. Squeeze the ball, tilt the pelvis, and exhale, roll up. Really squeezing glutes, staying steady, balancing. Inhale, arms up, keep the ribs drawing down and together. Exhale, roll down on the center of your spine from the top to the bottom. Neutral pelvis, 1 more, deep breath in. Squeeze the ball, tuck and tilt the pelvis, roll up on that exhale breath. Nice and high, bring those arms back to your sides. Open your fingertips, stretch your elbows, lift a bit higher, inhale, squeeze your ball, and then roll it down. Slowly, slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Neutral pelvis, lift those feet, hug into a ball. Gentle rock of spine side to side. Good. Center yourself, take a lovely deep inhale. Exhale without head banging. Lift your chest. Okay, so you're not sinking your chin down. Your eyes are over your knees. Your abdominals are working hard, not the arms hanging on. Keep the abdominals lifting you there. Grabbing your ball, releasing 1 leg, passing the ball under your bent knee, maintaining the chest tight. Switch and change for 8, nice and slow. 7, single leg stretch, pass. 5, so that's 5. 4, without dropping chest. 3, stay steady on that vertebra. 2, consistent height. 1, center it and lower it down for an inhale. Exhale, flexing up the spine back into chest lift. Stretching 1 leg, passing under thigh and overhead. Switch and change for 8. Under, over. 7. 6. 5. Stay lifted. 4. Now reverse it. 3. 2. 1 more, chest up, bring both knees in, lift a bit higher, and then lower yourself down for an inhale. Exhale, chest back up into flexion. Place the ball in between your ankles, hands onto the knees, keep that chest lifted. Without dropping, we're going to let the arms go, open the arms to hug the air, exhale, draw back into ball. Squeeze your ball. Inhale, relax your neck, put all the tension in abdominals. Inhale, exhale, draw in. Lower back stays imprinted. Inhale, release, stretch your legs. Exhale. 3 more, let's go. Squeeze that ball, chest up. Exhale, grab 2 more. And exhale. 1 more with strength. Exhale, hold your knees and lift your chest and then go higher. Slowly place it back down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Place the ball at your sides, hands are still at the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lifting your chest up, interlace your fingers behind your head. Stretch one leg, rotate opposite elbow to knees, keeping the chest lifted, and change for 8. Slowly, 7. Stretch leg fully. Twist from the spine, let the arms follow. 4. 3. Little higher. 2. 1 more. Center it, hands to knees, chest up. And slowly lower it down. Good, good, good. Rest your feet onto the mat. Ball in one hand. Tuck in your belly, tilt your pelvis, and then grab both hands onto the ball just at the base of the spine. Okay? So just where your tailbone is. You're going to feel, yes, it's a little bit wobbly, but that's on purpose to challenge your stability. Now imagine a teacup with hot boiling water on your belly. You want to keep the water in that cup nice and level as you float one leg up into tabletop. Hips don't move. Leg goes down, other leg goes up. I need you to really imagine that cup on your belly filled with water. So you can feel what it feels like to stabilize your pelvis as you move through your hips. The knee joint has got to stay steady, as if you're holding a tennis ball at the back of your knee. You don't squash it, you don't let it go. You maintain a fixed 90-degree angle and you move from your hip joints as you tap down on inhale and lift the other leg on an exhale. Tap down, inhale, lift, exhale. Pelvis remains stable. Good. And once you've got the feel and flow of that, you're going to step it up and go into a more strength-based factor. So if this is challenging for you, please practice this and stay with this. A little bit more challenge, we tuck and roll up into that pelvic curl. Arms are holding the ball, squeeze and lift the pubic bone. With stability in the hips, we lift one heel up, and without dropping into the hip, we lift the leg up into tabletop. This is the shoulder bridge crab. We place the leg down and we maintain the nice square height of the hips. They stay level, and we go to the other side, lifting the heel, and then picking the leg up to tabletop. Foot that remains on the floor as your stabilizer. And then place it down. You're going to feel very quickly which side is stronger or where needs to be more activation. Let's go again. Heel up first. Go so slow, so slight, so there's no room for error. That you can really do it nice and neat, nice and proper. Deep scoop and tilt. Use those glutes and alternate. Stretch and change. Inhale and lift up. Good. Keep the hips nice and high. Give me your best. We go one more each leg. Can you lift that pubic bone a little bit higher so we get out of lower back without our hips sinking? Place it down, breathe in, remove the ball out from under and roll down one vertebra at a time. Anchor to neutral. Good, good, good. Hug your knees. Gently rock spine side to side. Take a deep breath in and lift your chest back up into chest lift position. Stretch your legs out, lower the one, and pull the ball behind your knee and thigh to go into a hamstring stretch. If neck takes over, just drop the head back, okay? 2 pulses, scissor change the leg, maintaining the height of the chest. Pull for 2 pulses, stretch and change. So it's a pulse of leg to chest, not pulse of chest to leg. Long lines emphasize hamstring pull, stretch and change. Exhale. 2 more. Both legs together. Ball behind the head, stay lifted and just scissor the legs. For 1, scissor. 2, straightest legs you've got. 3, shoulder blades off the mat. 4, 5, we do 8, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold 8 and rotate elbow to knee for 8. Switch, change 7, 6, staying strong. 5, long legs. 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, 1 more. Center it. Bend the knees, lift the chest a bit higher. Leave the ball under the knees and release your spine down. Well done. Ball's going to go between the knees. Arms are going to open up into a T position. So here we are in the famous tabletop, and tabletop on its own is work. So if this is challenging for you, just rest your feet down or let your toes nip against a wall for slight assistance. Otherwise, practice just holding tabletop position to get the core stronger. And if that's all easy and fine, start really stepping it up here. So squeezing the ball, anchoring the shoulder blades. We're going to inhale, tilt the knees and the feet over as one unit. Don't roll a thigh behind. We've got to keep both those knees and thighs long and lifted. So we're not rolling the ball between the legs, we're keeping it pinned where it is. Shoulder blades stay anchored here. Exhale, use the obliques to pull back and imprint your spine to the mat. Inhale, we tilt and twist. Oh, I just got a little click, lovely. Keep your shoulder blades anchored and exhale, pull back your spine to the mat. Imprint, hold it there. Over, breathing in. So as far as your tilt is going to depend if you can still keep both thighs the same length, if you're not lagging one leg behind. And it's going to depend on how you can keep your shoulder blades imprinted on the mat. So again, make it neat, make it proper. And if you're doing it correctly, then challenge yourself to go a little bit further with your range. You want to acquire that oblique strength. It doesn't help to just throw yourself into it and go too far. Sometimes doing it smaller and more controlled can be more beneficial in getting the activation and the strength happening. So we're rotating the pelvis from side to side. Only the pelvis and lower spine. We're anchoring the upper. Inhale. Now hold that tilt. Stretch the legs. Flex the feet. Bend the knees. Pull back to center. Let's go. Over on an inhale. Extend the legs. Flex the feet. They're the same length. Bend. Pull back. Exhale. Inhale. Tilt. Stretch the legs. Flex the feet. Pull back. Straight legs to center. Bend the knees to tabletop. Inhale. Over. Stretch the legs. Flex the feet. Exhale, pull spine back to mat. Bend the knees, release. And again, inhale. Flex the feet, stretch the legs. This time, drop the legs away from you. Imprint your lower back into a circle all the way around. Up to center. Bend the knees, release. Be stripped. Inhale, over. Extend the knees, flex the feet. Connect your lower spine, lengthen, drop only as low as you can control. Full circle, legs same length, all the way to center. Bend the knees, good. Hold it here. Place the ball in between your ankles. Arms out, extend those legs. 1, and bend, tabletop. 2, squeeze that ball, flex your feet. 3, keeping lower back imprinted. 4, too tough, legs more high up to the ceiling or hands assist. More challenge, lower down, only if lower back stays imprinted. 3 more. Go for a ball squeeze. 1 more, hold the legs there, lift the arms up, breathe in, exhale up to chest lift, 100. Little pulses of the arms, inhale, 5 breaths, exhale, 5 breaths. Shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Modification, a little bit easier, bend knees, or feet resting on mat. Challenge, stretch those legs, flex, and keep pulsing. Squeeze that ball, breathe in 5, breathe out 5. Let's go, 20 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, bend, lift more, and then roll down gently. Good. Feeling the blood flow. Good, guys, well done. Rest your feet down, interlace your fingers. Breathe in, lift your chest up, and just rotate up the spine. 8, inhale, center, exhale, 7. Switch and change. Keeping pelvis and legs steady. 5, 4, shoulder blades off the mat. 3, space under the chin. 2, 1, center, lift up higher, and lower it down. Woo. Well done. Okay, we're going to go into roll like a ball's big brother, which is the seal puppy. I feel like we haven't done the seal puppy for so long. 1 second. I think someone is not on mute. Okay, so the seal puppy is just branching off roll like a ball. Remember with roll like a ball, you've got to hold that tight, compact ball. When you roll back, you're not just throwing yourself back with your upper spine. You actually want to tuck in your navel, really tuck and tilt from the lower spine as you roll back 1 vertebra at a time. You roll up 1 vertebra at a time. If you don't round and roll back efficiently, you're not going to come up. It doesn't help to go down flat back and then you get that flat back to try and lift up. It's not going to work. You really want to use that pelvic floor to round and mobilize the spine coming up through the movement. So do roll like a ball if you struggle. Seal puppy, otherwise move on to this one with me. So we open up the ball now. We take the hands underneath the feet, underneath the knees, underneath the calves around, and place our hands onto our feet when we hold them here. First of all, we want to balance in this position. So tuck in your belly, breathe in. We're going to tap and clap our feet. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. And roll back up. Balance. Tap, tap, tap. Rounding in the spine. Tap, tap, tap. Round and roll up. Tap, tap, tap. Let's go. Inhale. Tap, tap, tap. Exhale. Ba, ba, ba. Let's go. Up. Find your flow. Tap, tap, tap. Round it up. Tap, tap, tap. 2 more. Tap, tap, tap. Staying on the center of spine. 1 more. Tap, tap, tap. Up, balance. Tap, tap, tap. Unpack your arms. We're going straight into roll over. Make sure you don't have a cushion. It's neck loaded. Be mindful of the spine. So you roll the spine down. You extend the legs diagonally away from you and really use that lower abdominal pelvic scoop to lift your legs up and over, avoiding the thighs falling onto the belly. Flex your feet and see if you can lower them down a little bit further towards the floor, as far as feels okay in your body. Your nose is aligning with the center of your legs. Reach for those arms at your sides. And then you lift those legs up. They are separated. You roll down, keeping your thighs off of your ribs, slowly with control. One vertebra at a time. And when your tailbone touches the mat, you point the toes, finish it with a half circle, and then exhale up and over again. So the legs are not falling onto the ribs, onto the body. Flex the feet, separate, drop it down, deepen it. Lift the legs up, breathe in. Exhale, articulate down through the spine. Tailbone anchors, point the toes to the ceiling, half circle, breathe in. Exhale, up and over. Flex feet, separate, drop down, low to stretch. Breathe in, lift the legs, exhale, roll down. Point those toes, one more. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Flex your feet open, separate. And on this last one, soften the knees, bend into it a bit. Your hands can support you at your hips if you need. Bending your knees to the sides of your ears, creating a nice stretch through the back. Some of you will feel this more than others. And then stretch those legs back out. You can keep your hands to your body or not. And just lift those legs up on an exhale breath, straight up to the ceiling without falling back with the hips and glutes. Squeeze the bum, point the toes. Hold it there. Connect your core, open up the front of the hips. Make sure those glutes are active. 5, 4, 3, press those arms into the mat. And then slowly lower the legs back down, keeping the spine just where it is. Release your hands back to the mat. Legs into position, hobble them up a bit. Flex your feet and roll down slowly through the spine. One vertebra at a time. Stretch your legs. Point those toes to the ceiling. Half circle. Bend your knees and you're going to rock yourself up to a seated position. Good, good, good. Leave the tabletop legs behind. Inhale, spine down. Exhale, spine up. Balance. A little sit-up teaser prep. Roll down. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Try keeping the legs as still as possible through this movement. Tuck. Breathe in. Exhale. Lift up. Don't ask me why it's the prep, because I find it challenging, teaser prep. But it's a brilliant exercise. Tuck and tilt, roll down. We do 2 more. Exhale, up and reach. Good. Hand those knees together. Slowly down. 1 more. Breathe in. Exhale, up, 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 up. Balance and hold. 5, 4, stretch those legs if you can. 3, 2, lift the chest. 1, and lower them down. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's go into some back support here. Ball in between the ankles. Just to get a nice little inner thigh squeeze, okay? Adjust it in a position that works for you. Hands at your sides. Preferably fingertips facing forward rather than back. But if you need to do what feels good to accommodate your wrists depending, that's fine. But ideally you want your fingertips facing forward, okay? Posture, posture, posture. That's not posture. Lift the chest up, roll the shoulders back. There's the posture. From that position, tucking the navel, lead with the pubic bone as you roll the hips up, dropping the toes down, lifting the ribs, and then head slightly drops back just a few centimeters. Squeeze the bum, support yourself in this back support position. The whole back line of the body is working. And then gently lower it down. Let's go into it again. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lifting that chest up. Exhale, tucking pelvis. Lift up. Adjust your eye line, looking up and back slightly. Squeeze the bum, hold it up there, and slowly down. Right, we do 2 more. Breathe in. Roll the shoulders back. Modification would be to do this with bent knees, a lot easier. Lift up hips, nice and level. Up we go, open up those fingers, connect them to the mat. And slowly down. This is full body integration. Roll your shoulders back. Breathing in deeply. Tuck the pelvis and lift up, 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 up. Good. Squeeze. Adjust your eye line. Press up and out of those arms. And slowly drop yourself down. Release your hands, roll your ball forward and stretch. Good, roll back up, ball aside. It's going to the leg pull of the back support. So branching off the exercise, hands into position again. Breathe in, roll those shoulders back, tucking the navel. Exhale, let's go, lift it up. Hips up, eye line back. Without the hips dropping, we want to pick one leg up. Go 4 little kicks. 2. Tiny, because the hips must not drop or shift. 1 more, straight into the other leg. 4. 3, level hips. 2. 1 more, hold the support. And slowly down. Release to forward fold. We're going to do that 1 more time. 1 more, you can do it. Roll yourself up into position. Inhale, roll shoulders back. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Up, squeeze with square hips. 1 leg up. 4. Straight leg. 3, 2, 1, and change. 4, 3, open chest. 2, 1, hold steady. And slowly down. And we've got a little bit of a shake going on there. A little tremor. Release it. Good, and then roll yourself up, lovely. Okay, let's go into a little bit of side work. So, onto your knees. Side kick kneeling, one of the best side exercises, in my opinion. So today I thought we'd use the ball. Next week I thought we can do chair, and then stability ball, and then resistance band for week 4. Okay, so we've really got it planned out for us, guys. Stick to your schedules. Okay, so just about this distance between the knees. You're going to drop your hand in line with your hip and knee to the mat, not leaning forward, not leaning back, pardon me. And then you're going to extend the other leg nice and long. So if you align yourself with your mat, now you see you're in a nice straight line in between 2 imaginary planes of glass planes. This hand, okay, if you're on your knuckles, it's fine. Just be mindful of your wrist that you don't kink into it. Ideally, you want a straight hand. It's not a train smash though. Just be mindful what position you're doing there with the fingers. Sometimes we're hanging to the knuckles and avoid flexion in the wrist. But let's use what we don't use. Okay. So in this position, arm up, holding the ball. Open up that chest, nice long lines. We kick the leg up and lower it down. Let's go for 2, as high as you can. Just nipping the mat and back up. I want a nice long neckline. No shoulder tension. straight leg, you gotta extend through that knee. We do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there, arm up, nice and long. We're gonna bend the knee, bring elbow to knee, and extend it long. Exhale, touch. Inhale, lengthen. I want this leg to stay up. Breathe and reach. Exhale, connect the core. Inhale to stable shoulder over that wrist. Exhale. 3 more. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck. And 2. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in. And exhale. Lengthen it out, nice and long. Lift that arm back up, hand to hip. Pulse that leg up. 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't drop, only lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend. And ouchie, 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 ouchie. Rotate the wrists. And let's go to the other side. So, starting on your knees. Hand aligns with hip and knee. Extend the leg. Straight line of the mat. Be mindful of where you're placing your wrist. Inhale, keeping nice long spaces from wrist to wrist, opening those collarbones. When you're ready, let's go. Exhale, kick up and down. A long neck. 3, nip the mat and up. Stretch your leg. 4 more. 2. 1 more. Leg stays up. Arm goes long overhead. Reach. Exhale. Connect and tuck. Inhale. Extend. Think of the lines. Don't lose it here. The height of the leg is very important. Maintaining your height, endurance through that side glute in this exercise. Bring it in. 2 more. Long lines, lengthen, exhale. Inhale, long lines, arm sweeps back to hip, pulse leg higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it and shake it out. Alrighty, have a little sip of water, guys. Let's keep hydrated. Okay, we got this, we got this. Let's keep going. Side bends. Little toughies, these buggers. But we want to get those arms, wrists, shoulders nice and strong. You know, as the work gets advanced in Pilates, it becomes a lot of upper body, arms, shoulders, and all that kind of thing. So we won't do many. We'll do 3 lifts and 3 bends. So in this position, bottom foot hooks behind the ankle. Rest your arm on top of your knee, other hand to mat. Okay? You're going to find the position of this hand you're placing into the mat. But what's important is that what you're doing in that elbow, that you're not just hyperextending and locking it, rolling it out. I want you to connect it in, soften that elbow just a little so you're using more bicep, not hanging into it. All right. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. You're going to stretch those legs and lift up into that side plank. Hips up. And then lower it down. That's it. Okay. Don't hang into the shoulder. Lift up. Breathe in. Let's go. Up. Stretch those legs. You can drop that arm. And exhale. 1 more. Let's go. Inhale. And exhale. So that's 3. Now we're going to twist, which is branching off of this one. So inhale up into side plank. Exhale, rotate, pushing slightly away from the hands as you twist and look under. Back to your side, hold it there. Exhale, push back and away, twist. Inhale, return. One more, you can do it. Exhale, push back, twist. And inhale to side, hold, bend, lower, nice and steady. Excellent. Swing your legs around and let's go on to the other side. Okay. Back foot hooking on top. Hand onto knee, wrist under shoulder. You will find your position through your movement. All right. Ready, guys? Deep breath in. Lifting up, extending legs into side plank. Lift those hips and open that side body. And release, exhale. Don't drop into the shoulder. Keep the ribs away from that arm. There's that space there. Prepare, inhale, push up. Arcing that body, lift, and gently lower down. Rather than just collapsing down, control it. One more of those, breathe in, watch that elbow. Side stretch, and control the landing. Good, going into twist from the bend. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pushing back away from hand as you twist, rotate, tailbone up, and back to side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, push back, twist. Inhale, lower, breathe in. One more, exhale. Twist, rotate, push and brace. Bring it back to side plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Lovely. Okay. You know what's next is some back work. So rolling onto your tummy now. In this position, I want your hands, well, your wrists on your ball, okay? I want you to make sure in this position you're not straightening up into the shoulder, that you're really using your lats and serratus to pull the shoulders down the spine. Even though your arms are up in this position, you want to maintain that line. Don't lift up your arms and block all those gaps between your ears and your shoulders. So even though you're laying on your tummy, you're in this position, not this position. Okay, very important. Just the heels of your hands and the wrists. Open the legs a little bit wider, then fist distance, hip distance. Okay, so arms are retracted into sockets. Neckline is lengthening and crown is extending along ahead of you. Tuck in your navel now. You're laying on that little ice block. Tilt your pubic bone into the mat. So we're not going into lower back. We're actually drawing in, reversing the tilt. So we're lengthening in the lower back, supporting it. Squeeze your glutes. You're going to pick your right leg up. Feel that your hips are remaining level to the mat as you lift up that straight, long leg. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As you lower it down, level hips on your mat and the other leg lifts up. Really squeeze your leg, grow that leg long out of hip socket, lower it down. Level equal hip pressure and alternate. Leg up, squeeze. Down and change. So rather than feeling that you're collapsing hip side to side with each leg lift, no, you are stabilizing your pelvis while tilting pubic bone into the mat. So there's no lower back aches, the glutes are already firing, and you're keeping nice level hips, and then trying to find your range from there. Okay, I want you to stretch through your knees. So you've got to work your thigh muscle to keep your leg as straight as can be. Let's go 5 more. Keeping out of any possible neck tension. Good. And then hold the left leg up, lift the right arm, open those hands wider. And then as you drop right arm, left leg, Lifting left arm, right leg, and then tiny pulses, keeping them both to hover off the mat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Feel that you're not collapsing side to side, that you can lengthen your limbs, lift them up and down without collapsing from side to side. You're staying anchored in your torso. You're staying equally weighted through your hips. You're stretching your neckline. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift arms and legs and lower them down. Good, good, good. From here, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to reach for those toes. Alrighty, so depending how tight you are, maybe you're just hanging over here, okay? Those of you that can get the hands a little bit lower down to possibly the ankles, then let's do that. But don't go too wide with the knees, it's going to defeat the purpose. Maybe just to grab hold. I want you to then pull your knees back to the aligned position with the hips. Okay? Then before you even lift up, tuck in the belly and tilt the pubic bone back into the mat. From there, stretch the knees and thighs. So from your hip to your knee, grow a bit longer, a longer thigh. And then start lifting the feet up as you roll your shoulders back, lifting your chest, picking up those feet towards the ceiling. Breathe in, hold it there, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, lower down gently. Inhale, prepare. Roll shoulders back, tuck the pelvis, grow longer thighs, and then lift up. So you're using upper back and stretching from the hips down to the knees. Exhale. We're going to go for one more. Try not to open your knees too wide. Inhale, roll back, tuck the pelvis, grow longer thighs, and then lift up, squeezing those glutes into that bow or rocking prep position. Exhale, release it. Let the feet go, push yourself up and back into a rest position. Just having a breather. And then tuck and roll yourself back down to the prone position. This time grabbing the ball, placing it between your ankles and keeping the knees bent. I want you to flex your feet so you're stretching your Achilles and thinking of lifting your heels up to the ceiling. Same principles for the lower back. Tuck in the belly, tilt the pubic bone into the mat. You can rest here. And really lengthening from the hip to the knee. You're going to squeeze that ball, squeeze your glutes, and pick the knees up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze up. So you don't want to straighten the legs out. You want to maintain a 90-degree angle through the knees. And just lift the heels up to the ceiling by really activating glutes. This is a hip extension. You should feel nothing in the lower back at all because you're tucking in your pelvic floor and you're using your glutes to extend the hips. You're connecting through those bum cheeks, guys. Those bum cheeks are seriously unused, unactive muscles in our body. So we need to squeeze all the bum cheeks we've got. Let's go. 4 more. Add the ball, squeeze. Squeeze the ball with the glutes. 3. Tight abdominals. 2, squeeze. 1 more, squeeze, lift those knees as high as you can. And now, keeping the knees up without dropping them, straighten out those legs. And then lower them down. Good, 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 good. Lift yourself up into rest position. Good, good, good. Bringing the ball in front of you. Tucking the toes. Those of you that don't want to do a full body push-up, you can do kneeling, no problem at all. But no matter what push-up you do, You don't have a bent angle here at the hips. You've got to bring those hips forward. You've got to tuck the pubic bone towards the mat. So now the spine is in a straight line, okay? And when you do your push-up, you're dropping the hips down to chest and lifting up. Never dropping the chest, leaving the hips behind. Same principles in a full plank position, all right? So tuck those toes, up to you which one you do. Stretch those legs nice and long. Shoulders are directly over your wrist. You're tucking your belly, not hanging too low. Abdominal support. We push up, elbows east and west for 1. Touch your ball, push up. 2. 3. 4. Come on. And 1 more. 5. Hold the plank position. Release your right toes and kick that leg up. Straight leg 4 times. 2. Squeeze the glute. 3. Long leg. 4. Land the toes down. Stay steady and stable. Hips go lift. Lift the left foot. Point the toes. Kick up. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hold the plank. Bend the knees and release into rest position. Good. Roll yourself up. Let's give you a fun one. So, placing your ball into about your mid-back, mid-upper back, where your spine will tend to round the most and flex forward the most. That's where you want the ball, okay? And then you can support your neck and head and start dropping back slowly, reversing out that curve. 1 vertebra at a time, and then landing the head down to the mat. So you're not doing this, just look quickly guys, you're not doing this, lifting your chin up. You tuck your chin in, you stretch out the back of your neck, and you get the next vertebra to touch the ball before you drop your head back. Find safe landing at the floor if you're there, or hold yourself where you must. Feel if you need a little bit higher or lower for more stretch. And then hang your arms nice and wide to maybe get a little bit of a bicep stretch happening there. Circle the arms, deep breath. Just mobilizing shoulders through mid-back really is connected. So add some shoulder circles. And then those of you that just want to lay here in this relief posture, join your feet, relax your knees and hips together, and take some lovely deep breaths in this position. It is such a soothing position. One more. Really stretch into those inhales. And then those of you that want to go a little bit deeper into the extension of the spine, those of you that don't, just stay hanging there. Those that do, you're going to flip those fingertips back. You're going to tuck in your pelvis to lift your hips. And if you're ready to push into hands, to lift the head up, you're going to go into your full back extension. All right, just hold it, stretch where you can manage. Take some deep breaths. And then slowly lower yourself back down gently. We're going to one more. Deep breath. Tuck pelvis, hands in position. Press up, open the heart. Stretch into those abdominals. And then slowly drop down to release. Hug yourself into a ball. And then rock yourself up to seated position. Swinging yourself around onto your hands and onto your knees. You're going to tuck your toes and push up into the upside down V position, where you're now just stretching out the back of the legs, the calves, trying to get those heels anchored down to the mat. Push away from your hands, hold your stretch. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet, hanging, tucking your belly, and start rolling up slowly. Lengthening your tailbone down to your heels and restacking your spine nice and tall. Let's finish it with some roll downs, guys. Breathe in, circle those arms. Lift up, nod your chin, soften your knees, and one vertebra at a time, fall forward, hanging into the body. Leave the hips behind, loosen the neck, loosen the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tucking your navel and roll back up. We'll do one more. A very well done one. Gratitude. Thanking our beautiful bodies for all these movements. Roll it down, just hang into it, let go. And then take one more deep, full breath. Connect through your pelvic floor. Use it to roll you up and restack your spine. All the way. Lovely. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your time. I hope you enjoyed. Please join me again soon and have a lovely evening.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Bye.
Pleasure, everybody.
Bye.